Right guys, I've done some testing, done one thing off cap. Well, I've put my brackets and my lights on. I've not wired those lights in yet. And I've just started putting my extra flashes in. I've done one side already wired up and everything just to test to make sure I could get it right. So I've done that off camera. I'm going to do the other side on camera. It's been a pain in the arse, but hey ho, that's the way it is. So we'll get the other side done, make sure it all works. There's some bits to go through, you know, to finding out trigger wires and stuff like that, and I'll clean the cables up afterwards. But for now, I'll get the other side done. Right, first of all, so these came with a flasher unit, but I don't want to go in the cab with that, so I'm just wiring them up to my indicators. I figured that'll be fine. I've got a proper flasher on the roof, so I wire them up to my indicators and they'll just go on with my indicators as my indicators flash. They're only cheap off Temu, about fucking 15 quid or something. I can't remember, they were that long ago now. So I've split them to, there's 4 on the front, I've split them to left and right, so obviously left indicator, right indicator. So yeah, I think that'll be fine for me, for what I wanted them for, just visibility and extra lighting. So yeah, should be alright. So I tested to make sure the white cable is the live, the positive, and the black cable is the negative. I've done that. Don't know where I'm going to ground it out to on this side. The other side I sent it to the fuse box, it's fine. This side, don't know where I'm going to ground it out to. I might find the ground from the air horn and just link it in with these Scotch block light things that I've got. So I might find the ground for the air horn and do it that way. It's one of these 3 cables. So yeah, let's get these done. Find the indicator, which I've already found. It's over here. It's a pain in the ass to get to naturally. That should be alright. Why did they put them in an awkward place, eh? There we go. Lovely. Put them back in. They don't break in and losing. If we can. There we go. Right, so I've got to find the trigger wires, 2 cables there. I'm going to assume the yellow one with the black trace is the trigger wire. But easiest way to find out, electrical testers. Hazard lights on. What did I say? Yellow and black. Here's that one. And then ground it out. Find somewhere to ground it out. Which I've not got. The battery. Yellow and black. That one. Yellow and black is the trigger wire. See it on and off. I don't know if you saw that, but that's the trigger wire. I'm going to turn my hazards off. spots I want to break into. So these things are quite handy. Scotch blocks with a, I've already put it on there live, with a spade connector. So the spade connector slides into there once this is closed, slides up there, and the cable you're breaking into goes into there and it slices it and makes an electrical connection. I think they're better than Scotch blocks because at least you can take things off if you need to. Indicators are working, and for some reason I've got one side that isn't working. Let's have a gander and see if we can figure it out. My guess is that that blade connector hasn't gone in properly. Nope. There we go. Yeah, the blade connector hasn't gone in right, it slipped past its point. But they're all working now. I think they're blinking out of sync. No, they're not. On the camera it looks like they are, but they're not. I'm happy with that. Right, we get the lights wired into my main beam. Right, off camera I'm going to tidy up the cables and set up ready for my lights on my main beam. Right, so off camera I've taken the plugs off the back of my headlights, mainly because they're a pain in the backside and nobody wants to hear me screaming, shouting. I've had to take the airbox off, unplug the MAF sensor so that I could reach into that one, but they're off, so I'm going to test, find out which one's my trigger wire for my main beams, and then these two honking big lights are going to get wired into my main beams and see what we can do with this one. top one, the pink one or the purple one? Pink one's live now, purple one isn't. So I'd say the main beam trigger is my purple one. This side anyway. Yep, purple, good. Oh, what? That's annoying. It's on the under tray, never mind. Right, she's not working, so I'm going to have to figure it out. I have a funny feeling it's because the Scotch block's not making enough of a connection, so let's have a look. You know what, sometimes I wonder why they make these such a pain in the ass. I'll be back. Right, I've been stupid. Not connected up the ground, have I? Well, let's turn it back on, connect up the ground and see if it's going. Turns on with the ground connected. Let's make sure she doesn't turn on when it's connected and there's no trigger. Oh, lovely. That'll do. Right, I'm going to do the other one off camera because there's no point in you watching twice. And see you in a bit. Sorted. Both lights on with my main beams. Let's go and turn the main beams off, make sure they turn off. And they're off. Sorted. Loving it. So that's it for now. There's going to be some more lighting go on at the back, but that's not going to be for a while, I don't think. Make sure that everything's looking safe and sound. Make sure hotspots or anything like that. Tidy up all the cabling. I won't do that on camera, it's boring. So tidy up all the cabling and we're done for now. I've disconnected my auxiliary fuse box because of battery drain, so I'm waiting for a relay to turn up and then I'll wire a relay into it with a trigger switch, which I've figured from my main fuse box there. That's what that butt connector is. It's for the fuse for a trigger switch. So yeah, all done. Right, all the wiring tidied up. All tidied up as we go there. Slam panel back in. I'm going to get the fixings for it now. I won't do that on camera again, it's boring. Wiring tidied up as we go along to the lights and everything else. So that's it for now, till I get that relay. And then I can put my fuse box back in. Alright, sorted, see you in a bit.